Thank you, Chair. Any idea when the land sale review will be completed?
So IRAC is working on that, and they're an independent body, and this is they will complete it as quickly as they can. The last update I had from them is they were facing some challenges in completing that, but they're working on it diligently. I can't provide you with a good estimate of when at this time.
Mermaid Stratford.
Thank you, Chair. What challenges were they experiencing?
That's actually those are challenges that are confidential within IRAC.
Mermaid Stratford.
Yeah, they're a third-party judicial body, right? And that.
Mermaid Stratford.
Thank you, Chair. So in this, the funding for last year is the same as this year. There's no difference. So can you tell me what the cost so far is for that Beaton land sale investigation is?
No.
Mermaid Stratford.
Can you tell me who's paying for that investigation?
Well, they would have to take it out of their budget, IRAC. Yeah.
Mermaid Stratford.
Did IRAC request additional funds in order to fund that investigation?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mermaid Stratford.
So could one of the issues be that they're having that they don't have the proper resources to actually be able to conduct an investigation that a minister requested?
If they did, I would assume they would have asked for additional funds, and they haven't, so I would say probably no.
Mermaid Stratford.
I would too. However, I would suggest that maybe the minister could ask them if they need additional funds to support the resources that they would actually need to conduct the investigation.
Well, you know, when the budget is put together, that's actually what happens. And so that has been done, and this is where we're at.
Mermaid Stratford.
Thank you, Chair. So did you ask IRAC if they needed more resources to finish the investigation?
That's what the budget process is. You go to departments and say, what is it, you need in order to do your work, and then they say this is what we need, and so they were satisfied with the budget that was presented.
Mermaid Stratford.
Thank you, Chair. Are you satisfied with how long it's taking for the investigation to take?
Me personally, I want to see it done sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Mermaid Stratford.
So if you wanted to see it done sooner or later, do you think it would be feasible to ask for more funds so they would have more resources so they actually could finish it earlier?
You're making an assumption that it's actually funds that are preventing it from being done. And they know, I think it's very clear to IRAC that, I as minister would love to see this study done as soon as possible. I think it's clear that government wants to see this done as soon as possible. And so if they needed more funding, I have faith that they would ask for more funding. They didn't ask for more funding, so whatever challenges they're facing must not have to do with funding. Mermaid
Stratford.
Thank you, Chair. Is it possible that if there's any additional further investigations required that IRAC could foreseeably require more funds? Because really, when I look at what funding covers, it covers salaries, right? That's you look through any one of these sections, and the lion's share of the section is salaries. And in order to do an investigation, you need people, which would equate to salaries. So that is why I would assume that resources would be required, which is why I'm asking if funding for resources is an issue. So again, I would ask, is there money allocated for further investigation so islanders don't have to wait a year in order to get an investigation completed?
And I'm going to say again, I mean, funding doesn't seem to be the issue. They haven't asked for more funds. They know what their mandate is. They know what they're trying to accomplish. And if they needed more funds, they would ask for more funds, I would assume. I don't think, unless you want to go deep down some sort of, a rabbit hole about them not wanting to actually complete their mandate, and I believe they do want to complete their mandate. They want to complete these investigations. Funding, I don't believe, you think funding is the issue. I don't think funding is the issue here.
Okay.
Mermaid Stratford.
Last question, will you call on IRAC to submit an interim report on that investigation?
I will definitely take that under consideration for sure.
Sorry, one more.
Mermaid Stratford.
Consideration, or will you actually ask IRAC to submit an interim report on that investigation?
I will take that under consideration.
The hour has been called.